Hello fellow traders. Today in this video I want to talk about day of the week trading. Now, trading is never truly predictable, but there are some days where price movement is a little more predictable than others. And those days, frankly, I find to be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Tuesdays and Thursdays I tend to stay away from because they're a little less so predictable. Not that market is ever predictable, but let me give you an example. Here's my E-mini chart of June 24th, a Monday. And prices started out right at the lower part of the trading zone, moved up to just the top of the trading zone to resistance, and then stayed mostly in the middle upper portion of the trading zone for the rest of the day, and then came down to close the gap again to the bottom of the trading zone and traded lower and through the trading zone at the end of the day. Sort of predictable. Now again, there are 6 trade setups: gap, support and resistance, trend, time and price, momentum, and candlestick. There are only 6 trade setups. And the trick is to know where the predictable trade setups might be. Now on Monday, because the prices started out at the bottom of the trading zone, and if you know about the trading zone, you know about transposing the trading zone, there's a good chance that prices will trade to the other end of the trading zone, exactly where they went. A little bit of predictability. Now let's go over to Tuesday, June 25th. And here's the chart for Tuesday, June 25th. Prices started up right in the middle of the trading zone, basically went nowhere throughout the day. Very hard to predict a price movement, and they did close the gap. So the gap trade, again, was the trade of the day. But how predictable was it? It really wasn't, because prices didn't meet the gap until about 1 p.m. And so Tuesday, if you're looking for a trade and you know, even if you know the 6 trade setups, what are you looking for? The number one trade you should be looking for is the gap, because the gap trade has a 70% chance of success. Now, because the gap didn't close until 1 o'clock, although it did close, you might say, well, the gap trade was the right trade. But it was a Tuesday. The gap trade did turn out to be the right trade, but do you really want to hang around till 1 p.m. to prove that that was true? Not really. Much more predictable on Monday, June 24th, when prices started up at the lower end of the trading zone. And the trading zone, as you know, I use religiously, in addition to the 6 trade setups, plus the rules that keep you safe so that you don't trade unnecessarily. So that's my video for today. Marv Eisen for Timeless Dollar Trading Academy. Trade safely, use lots of patience. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.